Eiffel Tower.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot. Like the
Would you look at that? Train ticket on my Apple Watch. So we just ended our 2-day trip in London and now we're off to Paris. And I ended a very croissant as well, please. So on this entire trip, we have been using Apple Pay and credit cards, and I've never needed to go get any money exchanged. I didn't even have to withdraw any money from an ATM. Yes. Alright, Apple Pay in the little train cafe worked.
Thank you for choosing to travel with Eurostar.
We are now in Paris. Use this free now app to order our Uber via Apple Pay in Paris. Yeah, it's Apple Pay on my phone. I can't use the Apple Watch, but it'll be here in a minute. I can do Apple Pay? The first convenience shop that we went to took Apple Pay, no American Express, but it did take Visa. Boom. Oh, all right, this is a fail. Day 2. That's it. Can we do Apple Pay? Our first Paris subway ride. This does not take Apple Pay. This is very interesting. You gotta roll this up and down and press yes, no. It's printing our tickets now. 10 euros to ride the subway. Alright, currently walking in mud and I can feel the mud underneath my feet. It feels like I'm actually barefoot. Can I pay with Apple Pay? Oh, did it work?
No.
Does it take American Express
No.
or no? No, Visa only. Only some places take American Express?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Currently at a French grocery store. Let's see if they take. So that machine at the little grocery store was so like indented, I couldn't even get my wrist into there. And I had to switch out to my phone. I slowed down the line. Now I got my 4 pieces of ice cream. I'm gonna eat them all. Sue me. So we are gonna do a test of the Garmin versus the Apple Watch Ultra here. And this is our first run in Paris. So buildings are obviously a little bit shorter. We're gonna try to run in the city, in the downtown. It's a beautiful day, look at that weather. And let's see how they compare in terms of GPS time. I'm still waiting to get GPS. I think the Apple Watch Ultra just got it. Yep, the Garmin Fenix is still red. You got it? The 955 Garmin got it. So I don't know why this guy's not getting it. So it's yellow, I'm not sure what that means right there. But it needs to be green for the GPS to lock. 33 hours of battery life left. We got it, there it is, it's green. We got GPS, we're good to go, baby, let's run. This is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna put Apple Maps on my watch so we know what directions where we're going, and then I'm gonna use my actual Garmin as like a pacing device. How's it going? Good to see you, man. 920 Apple Watch, 845 Garmin. 840. Okay, Garmin had its first mile. Apple Watch is 0.91. I might have had an issue starting the watch, but I don't think I did. But that's 0.09 off. Yours hit the 1 mile?
Yeah.
Phoenix 7 and the 955 hit the mile mark. Pretty much spot on, same time. All right, running in the cobblestones of Paris. Definitely not in the flat surface. The buildings are like 7 stories tall. So I'm not sure how the GPS is gonna work. Eiffel Tower. There's this nice little like under the bridges, kind of. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty nice to get a view of the water here. It's a little cobblestoney, but there are parts that are flat. Okay, Apple Watch just did 3 miles. Garmin's like 3.16. Now they're like 0.16 miles off of each other. Both calculating the GPS route very differently. We are obviously in this river here, kind of like hidden. Not sure if this has an impact on the GPS, but they're both kind of going different directions a lot. 4 miles, 3.89 on the Apple Watch, 3.86, so they're catching up. 0.02, the Apple Watch gained closer to the Garmin. They're still struggling, they're still way off. All right, beautiful thing, I don't know what it is, but it's gorgeous. So it's a busy man with nothing on my calendar. I have no time for anything, but time for everything. So we just run around this Pantheon. Okay, Apple Watch is 9.90, Garmin 10.17. That's like a little over a quarter mile difference. And I would have been done on the Garmin, I thought. On the Apple Watch, I'm gonna keep going because I gotta hit 10. So it's really weird that they're both like literally more than a quarter mile off on a 10-mile run in Paris. Okay, 10.71 on the Garmin, 8:45 average pace. The Apple Watch, we got 10.44, 8:52 pace. So literally 0.3 miles difference, 10-second pace difference. So that is a big difference if you're trying to really be accurate with what you're racing on. I don't know which one to trust. 0.27 miles difference in terms of distance. So that kind of made the pacing slightly different as well by 7 seconds. But overall, the heart rate was pretty similar. And I always go with all wearables are wrong, but some are helpful. day in Paris here. I'm taking this luggage with me. And everywhere I took Apple Pay. No, most places in Paris did not take Apple Pay, but we were just able to use just credit cards only. And Apple Pay worked in some places. The only thing was American Express was not taken. We had to be careful and make sure we use Visa. And Apple Pay prolific in UK, but not in Paris. In Europe, the things don't close ever.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't understand why. You look down, you'll see like some of them are just randomly open. All right. Boom, boom, boom. You're on a little taxi. Can I do Apple Pay?
It's not the same package.
Thank you. Wow. We paid for this. We're back and the Apple Watch Garmin test is over. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go watch I replaced my iPhone with an Apple Watch. See you in the next one.